Beautiful souls, hello, welcome in. Are you lacking any creativity? Do you want your home to smell amazing? Friends, we're highlighting Citrus Bliss essential oil in this episode, so stay tuned. You're listening to the Essential Oils Scoop podcast. We're here to help you confidently using essential oils in your daily life. No fluff, just real talk and practical tips. Each episode brings you education, inspiration, and of course, our scoop of the day. Let's elevate your wellness one drop at a time. Sarah, I almost said creamsicle in a bottle. That's not completely accurate since they've changed the makeup of this blend. But still, I mean, the old version, totally creamsicle in a bottle. And there's there's so much more, and we're gonna highlight that. But what's your initial like thought? I'd love for you to share with everyone what you feel and think of every time you smell Citrus Bliss.
So Citrus Bliss was kind of my gateway oil. I mean, it was. Citrus Bliss was my gateway oil. I'll just be honest. Um, a Citrus Bliss mixed with Elevation was the best thing in the entire world for me emotionally. This is what got me into oils. Like it has like this very, very special place in my heart. So I love Citrus Bliss. Like I will smile. I talk about this. Um, you're right. They changed the formula maybe about 8-ish years ago. And I haven't loved the new formula since they changed it. They added a lot of other great oils into it, but it was so perfect on its own. I feel like they didn't need to add anything to it. They should have just left it well alone because it was perfect without the extras. Now it's got a lot of great oils that's been added into it. Again, it's still lovely, but you're right. It's kind of diluted that creamsicle smell into something a little bit more medicinal smelling versus such joy. But I still love it. I still reach for it. I still put it in my diffuser often. Like I still love it. It's got wild orange, lemon, grapefruit, bergamot, green mandarin, lime, litsea, tonka bean, and vanilla. So it's still
Mhm.
got lots of great oils. I think it also has red mandarin in it as well. Yeah, it does. It has red mandarin in it as well. So it does have a lot of great oils, lots of great oils. Um, the original had like wild orange, lemon, grapefruit, bergamot, red mandarin, and vanilla. Didn't have the tonka bean, didn't have the litsea, and didn't have the lime, didn't have the green mandarin. So
Mhm.
just to like let people know what it didn't have, that those because I've got two both I've got an original bottle still sitting here. I was just telling Vicky, I got my hands on 12 original bottles when they were first changing it over, and it has lasted me a few years. 12 bottles lasted me a few years. I'm on to my like last one or two bottles I've been like kind of nursing because I don't want to like completely give it up. And so I've got some of the new stuff intermixed in my stash that like I'm very particular about using. I know it's a hoarding tendency. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm working through it.
That's okay. There's no judgment here on this podcast, friend. With all of these citrus essential oils, though, think of it being extremely uplifting. It's invigorating. It is allowing us to tap into our more creative energy. In the Essential Emotions book, and we'll get to that in a minute, we're gonna highlight some really cool things that you can do with Citrus Bliss to help elevate your frequency. But if you have low energy, if you're feeling exhausted, then this is a tool that you can put in your diffuser to help give you that kick in the pants that is needed. If you are an anxious person, if you are a worrywart, or recently, a lot's on your plate and you're juggling life and it feels rocky, or you have lower mood. Again, these citrus oils are the bee's knees when it comes to helping you elevate out of that bunk. Why
Mhm.
not subscribe to all the help you can get? That doesn't have side effects. I am a lover of that. If you this We have a shorter list than normal. Okay, that's just the reality of this blend. But everything here that I'm reading, Sarah, I'm like, yep, yep, yep. What's one thing, or what's a couple things out of this list that really sparks joy?
Um, well, obviously I used it for, I had a lot of, I'm just going to say it. Like, I'll talk about my own thing. It's not compliant, but like I had a lot of depression. I had a lot of deeply blue mood, whatever you want to call it, low mood. I don't care. I'm going to just call it what it is. I was depressed. And this oil is like what helped me regain life again. And I will put that much emphasis on it. That was how amazing it's how much I needed this oil. I'm going to get emotional. Like I really needed this oil and this came in clutch. It's such a pivotal time for me and my family and like noticeable, noticeable difference of using this oil on a regular basis for a week changed my life. So,
And when you say regular, Sarah, what did that look like? How did you put Citrus Bliss into action?
okay, I got Citrus Bliss and Elevation, okay, together. And I use them on my wrists and on my pulse points together probably 3 times a day. I was
Hmm.
using it, heavily using it. It went into a diffuser and it would be diffusing. So it would be diffusing. It was on my pulse points. Um, and I use Citrus Bliss and lavender for sleep every night. So that's how I could sleep because with didn't know it at the time, but did you know major depression has insomnia as one of the side effects or whatever?
Hmm.
And I had insomnia for 8 years. I was diagnosed with insomnia from a doctor. Never talked about depression, but we talked about insomnia. And I was on lots of different kinds of medication for insomnia. And citrus bliss and lavender are what saved me from being an insomniac. And I'm just gonna, I don't care if it's compliant. I'm just telling you the truth here. This is what worked for me. And
Hmm.
citrus bliss and elevation every day for a week, for 2 weeks. I don't even remember. Like I used it for a really long time together. And it changed my world.
Hmm. I wish they would bring it back elevation too. I can get it
Yeah.
in the Philippines. Philippine
Uh-huh.
market has it. I don't know if they still do. Last time I checked, they did. So maybe I should do more research. But elevation is a an amazing blend of oils for low mood, for oh my gosh, elevation and spearmint. For those listeners that have a bottle of elevation and spearmint, put those two together, just like you would citrus bliss and elevation. Oh my Lanta. So
So
good.
good. So good.
So good. Yeah.
So some of the things when I was reading this, because obviously it has tons of citruses, right? So when we talk about
Mhm.
rusty cells, it's not in this book, but like just know Citrus Bliss is amazing for those rusty cells, uh, because it has so many citruses and it has that limonene, it has that linalool. So like just saying that might be something that is of interest to people. But one of the things that I talked about in the book, and I've never thought about using it for this ever, not that I really don't have any issues with this, but eating disorders. I thought that was really interesting. Um, we just did an episode about addictions, and eating disorders can be an addiction. That can be part of that addictive world. So this might be a great oil if this is something you struggle with, or maybe you have a different addiction. This might be a really good thing to start using for those some of those issues. But eating disorder, you'd put it on your hands or on your abdomen. So what
Mhm.
do you have to lose at this point? Just try it, right? Like,
Nothing. Nothing to lose and so much to gain. I love the fact that it's talking about laundry. And I want to say I was down to my last bottle of Citrus Bliss. And as much as I wanted my laundry to have the aroma of Citrus Bliss, I was like, I don't want to waste it. But if I had umpteen bottles, oh my gosh, yes. On a wool dryer ball,
mm.
phenomenal. Phenomenal.
I love
So,
that it's a lymphatic and immune booster.
mhm.
Like this would be a great oil to be using if you are into dry brushing.
Yes.
A great oil to be using to put on your legs or on your abdomen before you use your vibrational plate. I love my vibrational plate, and I know Vicky loves hers. Like
Hmm.
I mean, I've been using my vibrational plate for probably almost 4 years now. Like it's been a while. Like I've had a vibrational plate for a really long time. Yeah, I got it in April of 22. So yeah, almost 4 years now that I've had my vibrational plate. Love it, right? Like I love the effects
Mhm.
that it has done for me and my body and just my lymphatics, like everything. And this is a great oil. I do use a lot of wild orange for lymphatic issues. So obviously, the more citruses you use, the better flow, everything happens. So
Mhm.
lymphatic system, immune boosting, because I told you those rusty cells, it's going to help with that. Um, I've never used it as an antiseptic cleaner.
I know when I was reading that, I was like, wait, what? You're telling me
Yeah.
I can add this into like my On Guard Cleaner concentrate or my Abode concentrate or make my own? Because it
Mhm.
says mix with water in a glass bottle and apply to surfaces.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was like, oh, that's fun.
And then it talks about in here a perfume. Well, I'll just tell you right now, Citrus Bliss and adding extra vanilla to it is heaven. Heaven, 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 heaven. So, like I said before, they changed the formula. It's not exactly the same, but when I put the extra drops of vanilla with it,
Mhm.
it's way more similar and
It's a
then makes me
copycat
happier.
of the
It's
old version.
way more. Oh, yeah, for
Hmm.
sure, way more. So I
Hmm.
will add like a little extra wild orange and I will add a little extra vanilla to my Citrus Bliss, and then it feels right.
And
So,
that's fine. And people should experiment. Truly, if you're like, maybe I want something more from it, well, then try adding a couple different oils to it. You get to play around with it. Don't just take it at face value. You can always zhuzh it up.
yeah,
Always.
just because it's already a blend with a bunch of oils in it doesn't mean you can't add more to it. It's
Yeah.
sometimes it might not be perfect the way you like it until you
Mm.
add some of those extra oils. And then you're like, oh my gosh. I know I had a friend who didn't like a certain oil, a blend, and I was like, oh, I add this to it and this to it. And they're like, wait, what? And then they smelled it with a few extra things. They're like, oh, I've never added anything to the blends. I just leave them. And I'm like, you're missing out on life. What are you doing with yourself?
And some people need the permission to do so. So take this as your permission slip to tweak your blends as needed, as you need them.
Hmm.
Okay? Okay. Before I get all teachery on you, let's pivot to the emotions of citrus bliss. And there's a smile on my face for those that are not tuning into our YouTube channel. Do it so you can see our face. You can see us. I don't know. I'm a visual person and that like totally is up my alley. So citrus bliss, my friends, is the essential oil of creativity, and it acts as a powerful fire starter. It returns motivation and drive when it's lacking. These oils are wonderful for addressing lethargy, discouragement, despondency, or a low will to live. When the soul has lost its connection to the magic in life, this blend helps restore the spark. Friends, again, like, why wouldn't you want the help? Why wouldn't you want the I don't know, the help. I don't know of another word to use in this moment in time. Sarah, there's a lot here. What would you want to share? What would you like to share about citrus bliss?
I love the first sentence where it just talks about a powerful fire starter. That's what it was for me. Like that right
Mhm.
there is exactly what it was for me. I needed that. I needed that little kick in the pants. I needed the motivation to come back. Um, I'm a super creative person. Like I thrive on creativity, coming up with new ideas. Like ideation is one of my top strengths. Like I love creative expression. I love being crafty. I love making things. I love the creation process. There's so much into that. Um and I know when I am like being blocked, when I have blocked creativity, I know that I need to pull this out. I need to start working on feeling that creativity again. We are creative beings. We are put on this planet to create.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
think that's kind of, I mean, not to get off on a tangent, but that's kind of what we're lacking a little bit in this world today is imagination and creativity. Like
I would
our
agree with that.
kids aren't using their imaginations as much as they used to because they're not playing with toys that invoke imagination, you know? So I feel like this is such a good oil, and I love that it helps to let go of old limitations and insecurities because don't we all have those? Don't we have those
Mhm.
limiting beliefs? Don't we have the things that we think we're only capable of this, but yet we're so much more capable of so much more?
Well, I love that this pairs perfectly with limiting belief. Like, come on, guys. The citrus bliss is a 1-2 punch for you to expand on every. Okay, so sorry, Sarah. Go ahead.
No,
Continue.
no, but it's real. Like the limiting beliefs part is it's so good. It's true create. I'm going to read that sentence because I want you to really hear this sentence. Citrus bliss can motivate individuals to use their true creative power by letting go of old limitations and insecurities. It takes courage to put oneself out there artistically. Citruses bring color, imagination into one's life. It restores confidence in you. It helps you to have confidence in what you're creating, whether that be, I mean, and I talked about like the crafty side, but there's so much more in creation. There's content creators, right? Like we that's like that's not even a buzzword anymore. That's like everyday life we talk about content creators, right? There's the creativity that comes there, the creativity. In some ways we're losing some of our creativity because we just hand it over to AI to write things for us. Because we're just like, well, I'm not a good writer, so I'm just gonna have AI do it for me. And that's good, but I was just talking to somebody the other day and they're like, I won't even I if I start an email and it sounds just even a little bit like AI, she said, I just delete it because it's no, I want to hear from them. I want to hear from the actual person and not some polished version of themselves. Why do I follow them? Why do I subscribe to their stuff? Because I want to hear from them, not from a polished AI version. And I was like, oh, that hit home so hard for me because I have been guilty of allowing AI to polish my stuff
Hmm.
because I have had this limiting belief that I'm not a good writer. I can't write good emails. I'm not great at this.
You're not
And yeah,
creative enough.
mhm. And
Yeah.
I've allowed myself to get into this, um, I don't know, habit, whatever, of not allowing myself to like be me. My emails do sound a lot more polished because I put AI on it, right? And, I'm always like, well, at least they're getting something from me. But when my friend said that, I was like, wow, that was a real big eye opener. She's not subscribing to these people to hear an AI generated polished version of them. She wants their messy. She wants them, the true them. And their voices aren't being heard because we're allowing robots to take over for our voices.
Hmm.
So just use this. If you're feeling like you're being stifled, your creativity isn't coming out anymore, or you don't think you're good enough of creative or smart enough, or you're a good writer or whatever it is, I want this to be a lesson for you. I want you to open yourself up and I want you to use this citrus bliss to put yourself out there, to open yourself up for this, to believe in yourself again, to believe in your creativity, to believe in who you are and what you're put on this earth to do, and that you are there to do something big.
Amen, sister. Amen. I love the last sentence. Citrus bliss rekindles the fire of the personality and fills the heart with creativity and joy. And it always feels really good when we anchor into who the heck we are with all of it, all of our personality, all of our creativeness. When we are whole and when we give ourselves in that way, there's so much return. It feels so good. It feels so good. I love Citrus Bliss. Okay, I shouldn't say love. I really enjoy Citrus Bliss. I love the old version of Citrus Bliss more, but I can't go in the past, so I can make it my own. Yes, with more wild orange, with more vanilla. You do you. If you want to put vetiver in it, for heaven's sake, you put vetiver in it. Like, you figure out what works best for you or leave it alone. It's perfect as is. I'm going to dive into my scoop, okay? Citrus Bliss is beautiful in your diffuser. And anytime I've diffused Citrus Bliss with the newer version, the one we have access to, I always add a little bit more of abundance, which is wild orange. I just do. It is one with the other. That's how I roll. So actually, I encourage you to put that in your diffuser when you are needing to create, when you are needing to step into more motivation to expand your reach in at any capacity, whatever that looks like for you, when you're needing to have more motivation, when there is a lack, to light that fire, citrus bliss and wild orange. That is my scoop. Sarah, what's
Yeah.
yours?
Well, I've got two, but what you said about wild orange. So here's my favorite diffuser blend using the new version of Citrus Bliss is 3 Citrus Bliss, 4 vanilla, and 2 wild orange. And that's a great copycat of the old version that is my favorite. And then the other thing, the other diffuser blend that I really love is Citrus Bliss and Spearmint together. Love them together.
Ooh.
Yeah. Citrus
Oh,
Bliss
I
and
get to try
Spearmint.
that. I'm excited.
Yeah. So you're going to want to do like 2 drops of spearmint and 3 drops of citrus bliss. Another favorite, like I feel like I have a lot with the citrus bliss with this. So if you have elevation, if you are lucky enough to still have a bottle, maybe you're like, I don't really, haven't really used it in a while. I've walked away from using it. Maybe you're like, I have a bottle and I never knew how to use it. So I never tried it before. This is your invitation. If you still have it, if you're lucky, I would put 3 drops of citrus bliss with 3 drops of elevation and allow yourself to get out of that funk that you might be holding, you're in a holding pattern in. Allow yourself to get unstuck and start moving forward in your life. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed today's episode and are feeling inspired to dive in even deeper into the world of essential oils. Want exclusive offers, content, and recipes? Click on the newsletter link in the show notes today. Looking for even more wellness inspiration? Dive into our previous episodes and stay in the loop by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at the Essential Oil Scoop Podcast. Thanks for being a part of our essential oil family. And remember, hit the subscribe button to be notified every time we upload a brand new episode.